This is Dan Meyer with RCR Wireless News at the Mobile Carrier Show here in Nashville. I'm here with Shannon Chevier, who's with IMSWorkx, talking a bit about the company. Shannon, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.
Well, thank you. Thanks for talking to me.
Great. Well, maybe start off with a little overview of the company for those who don't know much about you guys.
Sure. Well, IMSWorkx is a solution provider in the service layer space of the network. So really what we're focused on here is offering a VoLTE or VoLTE solution, voice over LTE solution, specifically for the smaller carriers, the rural carriers, who may not have a full IMS deployed at this point.
Yeah, and obviously I know for a lot of these small guys out here, like you're saying, a lot of them don't have these IMS deployed, so for them to make that next step to VoLTE, it's an important aspect of it. I guess from talking to the companies here, what have you guys, found out, or maybe some questions you've seen or challenges you've seen from these companies in terms of, their moves to kind of make this next evolution in terms of voice communications?
Sure. Well, there's actually a couple.
Okay.
First of all, the main thing I'm hearing this year, after having done this for a couple of years, is the time is now. For a long time we've been coming and asking about what the voice over LTE plans are, and it's well, we know it's coming. We know it's coming. This year there's dates.
Yeah.
It's yes, we are doing this. We know when we're doing it and when the rollout needs to be. So now the challenges are, how do we do it with a minimal cost? How do we do it and ensure we have the roaming partnerships and everything that are in place? So there's a lot of movement as far as having the full LTE deployed at this point in time, but now VoLTE is bringing in a whole bunch of, especially on the roaming side, challenges.
Yeah, and obviously I know for these small carriers, it's really important for them to be in tune with what their larger partners are doing, and for roaming and things like that. It's obviously a big challenge, and I'm guessing to have a partner to help them along those lines has got to be a big part for them, because a lot of these guys don't have big staffs, big technical engineering staffs on hand. So I'm sure working with somebody is a big part of that. Right,
exactly, and that's really our sweet spot.
Yeah.
We come in, we have a great platform. We work really well as far as that, providing that VoLTE has. But our platform is purposely flexible. So we took the time to implement multiple protocols so we could be relatively network agnostic. So if we need to talk directly to some LTE elements, if we need to talk directly to the EPC because there isn't the IMS infrastructure, we have the protocols that we can do that. So VoLTE, we can almost separate VoLTE from IMS.
Interesting, and obviously this works for carriers whether they're GSM based or CDMA based. Again, this move towards the next evolution. Everybody's kind of going to one platform anyway, so it doesn't really matter, shouldn't matter what's behind the scenes there.
Exactly.
And now you guys also have, I know, some news coming out as well. You have a deal already in place with the carrier as well, right?
We do.
Tell us a little bit about that.
We do, actually. It was announced today. We've been working closely with Iristel, the Canadian carrier, and that covers the Northern Territories through their subsidiary Ice Wireless. Yeah. And they have been involved in some really advanced IoT projects, and we were selected to be their gateway MSC. So essentially what we're doing for them is we're a gateway between their SIP traffic, which is the bulk of their landline traffic, and the MSCs for these mobile internet devices.
Well, obviously with IoT coming out, I mean, that's a big buzzword as well. I know these guys at the small carriers especially are looking towards that as well. So you guys are actually not just doing VoLTE for these guys, but also looking ahead to IoT as well, which I'm sure is a big selling point and also a big move for these guys.
Right, and it really highlights the flexibility of our platform because we do have those the multiple interfaces. We can talk to the MSC, and we can keep the cars. In this particular case, we can do the connected car.
Was there any challenges, I guess, working with this carrier, kind of setting up their platform? And again, they're a smaller operator, obviously, kind of in a very remote area.
Yes.
I'm sure coverage is always an issue for them. Any sort of challenge that was part of that, or I guess as you went into there and kind of worked with them, what was some of the things you saw in their network?
Well, probably the biggest thing with them was that they were trying to be really aggressive.
Okay.
As you said, they are one of the smaller carriers, so they would not necessarily be the first choice. One would think would cover such a high-end application. Sure. So they went in and they bid aggressively and a very aggressive timeline. And so working with us, we had to meet that timeline. Our teams worked together wonderfully. It was a really good overall experience.
Yeah, I was going to ask you guys go in there and kind of work with their team as well and kind of go back and forth and make sure everything's lined up as well.
Yeah, our engineers and their engineers are on speed dial. They're talking all hours of the day and night. So.
Very great. Well, good. Well, hey, Shannon, definitely appreciate the insight. Obviously, you guys have got a lot of work ahead of you. Already getting customers already signed up, so that's a big part as well, too. So I know it's a big part of the market, again, IMS and VoLTE, and again, IoT. I mean, these big acronyms that carriers are getting more and more involved in, so I'm sure you got a lot of work ahead of you guys. So
we do. It's going to be a fun year.
Yeah, very good. Well, good. Hey, thanks so much for the time today. We appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
All right, thanks.